Man, Mike, when Mike Tomlin speaks, I know I speak for you. When Mike Tomlin speaks, and for that matter, Ron Rivera, but especially Mike T, when Mike Tomlin speaks, I listen. And so it got me thinking, like, am I wrong? Am I overreacting to the overreaction, in my opinion, from the league with regard to taunting? No, Michael. No, Michael, you're not overreacting, I said to myself. It's like, look, with all due respect, they've forgotten more football than I know, and they watch more football than I do. But I just don't see the league on the verge of a Malice in the Palace type situation if we don't get this taunting under control. So let me get this straight. You want the players to punch each other in the face. You want them to hit them in the mouth. You want them to try to kill each other between the whistles, and then afterward, shut it down, go back to the huddle. You want them to shut down that emotion. You want them to be trained killers from whistle to whistle, and then afterward, not let that emotion carry over into celebration that toes the line between celebrating and showing up an opponent. Look, man, ain't nobody doing anything so egregious. And if they are, they're getting flagged for it, and we recognize it's taunting. My issue is that they're overcorrecting. They're overcorrecting.
Right.
It's like they're going too far. Some people are saying, oh, we're making too big of a deal out of a point of emphasis on a rule that was already on the books. I think they're going too far trying to be proactive and preventative for something that's like, how often are we seeing benches clearing or people, everybody's talking about, oh, if we don't put a stop to this, somebody might come back and retaliate. Show me the book. Tell me when that's happened. Tell me how often that's happened. Tell me when somebody has done something and then somebody has come and cheap shotted them or tried to hurt them and started some kind of a ruckus or whatever because somebody chucked up the deuces. Like, and I, for one, don't talk about what the fans want to see. I, for one, I like Tyreek Hill chucking up the deuces. And you know what I like even more than Tyreek Hill chucking up the deuces? Antoine Winfield getting him back in the Super Bowl. I, for one, like that.
Yeah.
And so we know what taunting looks like. It's like the old saying about pornography. You know it when you see it. Getting in somebody's face is not taunting. Make an incomplete sign, standing over him. You know what? Don't ever show NFL films footage of Dick Butkus standing over somebody and pointing his finger after a big hit. Right. Don't ever show that again. That's football. I'm sorry. And I ain't played beyond high school. I know, who am I to say was football?
So what?
Michael, you never played.
So what?
You ain't never put on a jock strap. You don't know what you're talking. Fine. As a fan, I am not seeing this problem that needs to be fixed. Like on Twitter, it's like nobody, absolutely nobody. NFL, let's go and fix this taunting epidemic that we have. Like what was the problem here? And now you have as many taunting flags in 2 weeks as you had all season. Last year, I believe the number is 11, and 8 last week. They're overcorrecting, going too far. And it's not that I want to see players being unsportsmanlike and disrespecting other players. I'm not saying I want to see that. What I don't want to see, Michael, is 15-yard penalties. I didn't sign up to see officials. I didn't sign up to see refs. But I do want to see players be themselves, and they grown-ass men. Since when are they worried about players' feelings? Oh, now you worry about whether player, oh, my God, he taunted me. I gave up a pass, and Cush and Avery, and he got in my face, and he talked. Trash talking is part of sports. They talk trash in sports.
Part of sports.
They talk trash in sports. They are competing.
And I'm not sure.
That's what they do.
I'm not
Come
sure.
On now. What are we talking about here?
I think I kind of do like seeing it. I like seeing it. And here's the other thing. It happens. This is why it's such a complicated rule, because, and we're going to talk to some folks who know, in a little bit, who know exactly what I'm talking about. There are some people who get away with taunting because they're not on the perimeter. So they're not downfield. So you mean to tell me defensive tackles and O tackles don't talk trash the entire game? You don't think they talk to each other? So it's obvious when somebody is pointing in your face and they have to be separated by the official. But a lot of times there's banter going on the offensive and defensive lines at the line of scrimmage. Just say it. Banter at the line of scrimmage that might be a little pointed, a little harsh, and the officials aren't paying attention because down the field, the cornerback is doing this over the receiver who didn't catch the ball. Or the receiver is is spitting the football right over the guy he caught a pass over, or just like, hey, patting him on the head or wagging a finger at him. Come on.
It's
so
the
what?
same with end zone celebrations. You don't like it?
Here's the
stop
part.
them, and you'll get your turn to
The
talk
problem.
trash. Hey, Mike.
Can I tell you what the problem is?
Yeah.
This is
go ahead.
why. Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. Why? You said, when did it become this big issue? It became a big issue when the money became bigger, when the dollars became larger. And the NFL, I used to joke, the NFL, eventually, it's just going to become a studio league. They're going to be like, 12,000 fans. You can have a stadium for 12,000 fans just for optics. And it's mostly produced in the studio. Everybody's got nice stuff at home, nice TVs. They're watching their TVs. And it's just like a made-for-TV product. And in a made-for-TV product, you want to be able to, you want as many predictive elements as you can get. And one of the things that apparently is making advertisers, owners, somebody uncomfortable is players being a little too dramatic, going back and forth with one another. And I think the NFL is trying to curb it and bring about a more sanitized,
wholesome,
made-for-TV product.
Sure.
Wholesome,
Other
some
than
would
the
say.
violence.
Yep.
Other than the violence.